Hey guys, it's Lilo and welcome to my channel. 1, 2, 3, 4. So today's video is going to be a story time. I used to remember watching everyone's story times back in the day on YouTube, and I always thought like, oh, I'll never be able to have a story time because my life is just so boring. But I finally have a secret to tell. So yeah, that's gonna be today's video. How do you start a story time? Do you just start talking? So it all started, I was living with one of my friends and we had lived on campus, and we had just, it was like the first like month or second month that we had moved into our on-campus townhouse or whatever. And we wanted to give our social medias to like the people around us, because the year before these girls had given everyone in the division, like the subdivision of townhouses, they had given everyone their Snapchats. So we were like, oh, let's do that, but just like with our neighbors. So we just did like the little block area of people, and eventually somebody asked me on Snapchat or whatever, and I added them back because I'm like, oh cool, like someone from campus or whatever. And then I guess, I don't know, I think I posted something. It was either me wearing my makeup or something like that, or something, I don't know. But one day they messaged me and they were like, hey, do you think you could help me with my makeup? And I was like, I don't really do makeup for real, but I could try or whatever. And they were like, it's okay, like I just want some help with like some looks or whatever. And I was like, yeah, sure, I can do that. So the day comes, and so the day comes and I'm in the living room with my friend, and she also invited someone that she had met. I think she had met them on Yik Yak or something. I think that is so silly. But like Yik Yak is so anonymous. Like, how did y'all break the code? But she invited she invited her friend or whatever, and my person from Snapchat came. And so eventually, so at first we're just like talking, we're downstairs in our living room, we're talking, getting to know each other or whatever, just a little bit, like not even that long, like maybe like 5 or 10 minutes. And then finally me and then we go upstairs to my room. Well, me and this person, we go upstairs to my room, and I pull out my makeup thing, my makeup organizer, the one that's in my room tour, that exact one. I had the exact same one. I pull it out, put it on my desk. They sit down in my chair or whatever. And I don't know, I just started doing random stuff. I think I did their eyebrows and then lip gloss, and then we did some concealer look or something. I don't, like, it wasn't even a lot. Like, I'm not a full beat person. I rarely fully beat my face. Like, even when I do wear makeup, it's usually not like a full beat. It's usually just lip gloss, eyebrows, and lashes or something. So I'm just like, I don't really know like what to do. I did like a simple look. We did concealer, I did their eyebrows, and then I gave them a little lip combo. That's my favorite thing to do, a little lip combo, because I'm not beating my face, but I can give you something. I can give you something cute, okay? I'm not beating my face. So I did a little lip combo with the stick and then the lip gloss. I think I did like an ombre effect, and then we did some lip gloss on top to make it shiny or whatever. And so after that, they were like, oh, can I, do you have anything pink that I can like borrow to take pictures in or whatever? And I was like, yeah, sure. Like, I was feeling really generous this day. I wasn't like intoxicated or nothing. Like, I was just vibing, I guess. And I was like, yeah, sure. Cause usually if a stranger comes to your house and it's just like, oh, like, can I borrow one of your shirts and take selfies in it? Like, you're gonna be like, what? Like, no normal person is just saying yes or whatever. I don't know. Maybe you're feeling like how I was, just being like, yeah, sure, whatever, they're just down for anything. And so I'm like, yeah, sure. So they put it on, and then they're taking selfies. And then eventually, I think my friend and the person she invited over came up the stairs, and they saw that we had finished and we were taking pictures of her. So we all took a selfie together, a little group selfie, cute or whatever. And then they went to her room or whatever. So me and this person, we go downstairs, and I turn on Netflix or whatever, so we're just chilling. And I don't even remember what show we were watching. Some reality show. We're watching some reality show. And then they start asking me questions. They're like, so like, they didn't ask this bluntly, but basically they asked, like, what's your sexuality? Like, how many people have you been with? Like, what kind of people do you like? Like, do you like people like me? Stuff like that. And I was telling them, I was like, oh, like, I'm pansexual. I've only ever been with a guy. I've only ever had one relationship. And I was just telling them, I was answering their questions. I was like, whatever. And then they were talking about themselves. They were like, yeah, blah 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 blah. Just telling me, they were like, yeah, I think I'm bisexual and stuff like that. And then they started to get into like really like juicy questions, and they were like, like, have you ever given head or whatever? And I was just like, my naive self was like, no, I've never done that. I've never even kissed anyone. Haha, like, lol. And so they were like, oh, really? Like, wow, whatever. And what happened after that? I don't even know. They were like I think we continued watching the show or whatever, and they were just all of these were gradually while we were watching the show. So like it was like in between, it was like during the ads, because it was like, were we on Netflix? Maybe we weren't on Netflix. Maybe we were on like a different, because it was ads in it. So I don't know. But we were watching the show or whatever, and so I think during the ads they would ask me a question like during each ad break or whatever. So it was, these questions were gradually, they weren't all consecutive or whatever. And so eventually they're like they're like, I have a dildo upstairs. Do you want to go in? Oh, no, they said, I have a dildo in my room. Do you want to go and use it or whatever? And I was like, oh, no, I'm on my period or whatever. And I was on my period. But even if I wasn't on my period, I would have been like, no, no, thank you. I'm good. And they were like, okay, or whatever. And then they were like, do you want to go up to your room and like mess around or whatever? And again, I was feeling adventurous. I don't know what I had in me, but I was like, okay, sure. And so we go upstairs to my room. Mind you, I'm shaking. I never even kissed anyone before. We're going upstairs to make it, to do what? Touch lips and touch fingers? I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what it's going to play when we get upstairs to that room, okay? I don't know. So I'm shaking on the stairs. I'm like, I'm nervous, guys. Like, talking to the back camera, like, okay, follow me to my room. We're going. And then, mind you, I'm like, here shaking, like I'm anxious. I'm real nervous. So we get to my room, and I actually go and stand at my desk because I'm like, what's gonna happen? Like, what do we do? We're in my room. What's the next step? And so they close my door or whatever, and then they come up to me and then they initiate a kiss. So this person has smaller lips than me, so I don't know. I think that made me feel weird about the kiss as well. And I don't know. I came to the conclusion that I don't like kissing after that one. I know that was the only person I've kissed. That was the only person I've ever kissed. Like, I still have not kissed anyone since then. But it begun it and ruined it for me that one night. So as of right now, I do not like kissing. I thought it was weird. I didn't enjoy it. I also didn't like the taste in their mouth. I don't know. We didn't like French kiss or anything. It was only just, it was just a lot of lip locking and lip sucking. That's all it was. But I don't know. It was weird to me. I didn't. 2 out of 10. No, thank you. So we're kissing or whatever, and then eventually, I don't know. So none of these transitions, I have no clue how anything transitions. It was just scene to scene to scene to scene. Like, it was just, that's how it plays in my head. Like, my memory is so hazy on this day. I don't know. But so they stop kissing me, and then they go to their backpack and they pull out a butt plug, and they're like, can you put this in me or whatever? And I was like, me? And I was like, sure. And so they get on my bed and bend over so their cheeks is spread open. I was like, oh wow, what's happening right now? And they're like, you might need to spit on it. And I was like, okay. Like, because I do not like, saliva is fucking disgusting. I do not like saliva. I don't know where the trauma comes from. I think it's just from being a little kid and seeing other kids with saliva. I don't know, but I grew up and I grew to hate saliva. Even the thought of my own saliva, I just swallowed right there too. Even the thought of my own saliva makes me gag sometimes. Like, so like when people talk about saliva spitting each other's mouths, that shit is nasty to me. Don't do that. Don't come around here talking about saliva. Don't come around here talking about spit in my mouth. I will throw up. I will. Ooh, I don't need to throw up right now. So I was just like, okay. And then I was like, I think I got some lube in my closet, because I'm not spitting on this. First of all, I don't need my lips being near where your ass was. I'm not an ass eater, okay? I haven't eaten ass, but I don't think I ever will, okay? That's not me. My mouth don't need to be where you boo-boo, okay? I'm not, no thank you. So I went and get my lube, and then I put it on there, and then worked our way in there, and it's inside. And so we're vibing, we're good, we're chilling, okay? We're having a time. So we're back to making out or whatever. And then boom, another scene. I don't know how we transitioned to this, but they're like no, they said, they're like, they got up and they went to their backpack again. Now, by the first time, I should have known. Every time they go to their backpack, they finna pull something out. And I was just chilling. I was just like, okay, this is shit happening. Fucking we ball, I guess. And they pull out a brown dildo, like a brown colored dildo. And I was just like, okay, yeah, sure, okay. And they're like, can you use this on me? And I'm like, okay, sure. Yeah, we already got the butt plug in, might as well. Let's have some fun. So they get on my bed, and they're spread out again, doggy style. They're got the back arch and everything. And so I get my lube, get the muscatool, and my hands going to town. We're just, yeah, I'm not even my hands going to town, and that's that. I don't know, we're in doggy style, we're kissing still. It's a lot going on. Eventually they flip on their back or something like that. We're going to town like that, legs up in the air. Whoa, okay, we're getting somewhere. And then eventually they're like, can you lay on your back, because I want to ride or whatever. And so I get on my bed, I'm sitting like this. My legs is not crossed, but I'm laying on my bed naked on top or whatever, and they're like riding it, and then they're like, okay, can you just like pretend like you're fucking me? And I was like, okay. So I start doing my little thrusts. I'm like, okay, what would a man do? And then I just embody my inner masculine and just start thrusting my hips. They're having a good time, because they didn't tell me, well, anytime that it was like slightly anything, they were like, could you do this or whatever? So they were guiding me, I guess. But they was chilling, I guess, because they didn't have no complaints. And then eventually we transitioned again. See, cut, another scene. I don't know how are we getting to these places? I don't remember. I really don't. But they're on their back again, and then my hand's going back to town. We're going to town, working it in. We're working it in. We're getting it in there. No, just kidding. But and then eventually they finish, and I'm just like, mind you, I never seen this shit in person before. So everything I'm doing, everything that's happening is like mesmerizing. I'm like, okay, maybe not mesmerizing. That's not the correct term. I wasn't like, wow, but it was just, but that's how it felt though. It was just like, wow, like I've never seen this before. So like I'm looking, I'm just like, what's happening right now? Like, wow, that's what it looks like in person. So I'm looking at it or whatever. I'm just like, okay, sure, whatever. And they're like, can you bring me something to like wipe me up or whatever? And I'm like, oh yeah. I had tissues on my nightstand, so I got a little tissue. I handed them one, and then I grabbed one, and then we're cleaning them up. And then after they were cleaned, they put their clothes back on. Well, actually, they never even took the crop top off. They were wearing the crop top the whole time. They just put their pants back on. And then they took my crop top off, and this gave me so much ick. but they took my crop top and put it back on the hanger and put it back in my closet. It really blew me. And I didn't say nothing. I was just standing there watching because I was just like, I was just baffled. No, like, oh, where do you want this? They just went right to my closet, grabbed the hanger and put it on there. I was like, oh, okay. And I was just like, you know what, whatever, it's fine. I took it out of my closet along with the other 2 shirts that was in between. But that's not important. It's not important. It's not important. It's not important. So they're back in their normal clothes or whatever. And then what happened? I don't know. I think they kissed me again or something like that. And I asked them, okay, I'm gonna go now or whatever. I was like, okay. So I walked them downstairs and I walked them to the door and then I watched them leave. And that was that. Then it was funny because I went to the bathroom to like look at myself in the mirror and I just had lip gloss like smudged all, like it was just like all over my face, just like that. And I don't understand how, because their lips were so small and it wasn't like we were kissing like messy. So I don't know, but it was all over. Okay, maybe not, maybe I'm exaggerating, but it was like it looked like I tried to put on lipstick and it was just overly like lined or something like that. But yeah, that's what happened. And then I told my friends, I was in that group chat. I was texting that group chat. Your secrets are not safe with me. They're in the group chat. So I was texting my friends and then I told my friend that I lived with about it. And before I say this, like everything that happened that night, it was fine. Like I was chilling. I had a good time. I was chilling. Everything was consensual. Everything was, any problems that we had, we communicated with each other, whatever. So I was just there that night. But we did come to the conclusion that we don't think the initial intention was to actually get their makeup done. We think that the intention was to have a good night. That's what we think. Because now, mind you, they might have originally did like, oh yeah, come do my makeup or whatever. But like, I didn't really teach them anything. I just did their makeup. But like, we talked about it a little bit while I was doing their makeup, but I don't know, like I didn't really like teach them like what I was doing or anything. Like we barely sat. I think I had like the little circle mirror and I don't even think we were facing it when I was doing their makeup. So like, I don't know, like that whole situation, like going from that to, and then you don't even know me, like a stranger. I can't say nothing though, because I allowed it. Like I allowed it to happen or whatever. But it's just like thinking back, it's like, how did we get here? And why are you walking around with toys in your bag? You're telling me you're just walking around campus with sex toys in your backpack? Now, mind you, it was nighttime. It was nighttime. So maybe they were going somewhere after. Maybe. But I really don't know if that was the case. That's all I'm saying. That's all we were just concluding. We just thought it was a little bit fishy that the segue from makeup turned into the use of sex toys. We were just a little confused and we're like, maybe. But yeah, that's my story. I did have a grand old time. It was an experience. And I learned 2 things. I learned that I don't like kissing. And I also learned that I can't be physically intimate with people that I'm not emotionally attached to, I guess you could say. Like if we don't have like an emotional connection, then I probably won't enjoy being physical with you. Not that I didn't enjoy that time. It was just, it felt weird, I guess you could say. Like it was like it was fine, but it just like, there was no connection. It was just the movements were happening. There was no like, I don't know how to describe it, but there was just nothing. It was just all physical and there was just nothing. It's like, I don't know, you're a stranger to me. So, and then also it was my first time doing stuff like that. So I didn't know really what was going on. I'm just going through the motions. So I think going back, I was just like, I don't know. When I think about doing physical things with people that I don't know, it just seems, it feels weird to me. And so I'm like, I probably don't want to have physical intimacy with anyone that I'm not emotionally connected with, because it just don't feel right. But yeah, yeah, that's today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed that little story time that I had. I was trying to be descriptive while not going into details still. I don't really know how to do that, and then also without exposing myself. Not that I didn't really like leave anything out. I just left out, I only told the things that happened to this person rather than what was going on my side. It's okay, it's not important, it's not important. But yeah, if you like today's video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe for more videos from me, and comment down below. I don't know, comment down below if you want me to do another story time. I actually don't have any more stories, so don't comment that. That's the only one I had locked away. It's the only secret I had. But comment down below if you want to see anything else, any story time related. I don't know, maybe a makeup video, because apparently I know how to do my makeup, so maybe, I don't know. But yeah, share this video with your friends if you're feeling extra, and follow me on all my social medias. All the links are in the description box. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. I hope everyone has an amazing day. Bye.